All right, let's start up by saying Barakatah Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rachak Kodash. Welcome to another live lesson. This is just an impromptu. This one is called Hard Times, dealing with the times that are coming. Salakia, I had the thing turned the opposite way. Salakia, brother, I have on shorts, I had the thing turned the opposite way. I was supposed to turn it upside so you could see the sky. But anyways, I was just out here, just going for a little walk, and I was watching this video that Elder Sakaran just sent me not too long ago with Dabu 7, how he was reporting how you have these locusts tearing up all the crops from these different farms, and as you can see, everything is pretty much breaking down in America and around the world, which, with this looting and these locusts, which are also considered a pestilence, you can see how pretty much the food is going to start to be scarce, after a certain period of time. And pretty much these are the plans of the Most High, because the Most High already said that. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua said that there were going to be famines and pestilence and things of that nature. But these devils, the international bankers, are going to use that, to be able to set more in motion their plans of the so-called New World Order or the New World Agenda. And pretty much, the more society breaks down, the more these things start to collapse and corrode. The more, hold on for 1 second. The more that society starts to collapse and corrode, the more that you're going to see the prophecies unfolding right before your eyes, and this is going to bring mass starvation, because if the food supply is breaking down and they're making certain of these farmers get rid of, food and all of that, slaughter their livestock and stuff of that nature, because they don't have a way to get it from point A to point B, then eventually there's not going to be enough food for people to eat. And this is one of the reasons why they're pushing hard this whole connection with Bill Gates and Tyson Chicken, I believe it was, to push this lab-grown food, which you don't know what the hell is going into that food, because the USDA and the FDA and all of that are owned by the international bankers, they have policies to where not every ingredient has to be listed, on the package. And they could just use a broad stroke of just say natural. And then it could be anything that's natural could be an ingredient. They could have human feces, they could have human organs, or they could have animal organs, or whatever the case is, in these foods, and they could just label it natural, and they don't have to list, what is actually in it. Like you have something called what is it? Natural flavoring, I believe it is, natural flavor, which is nothing more than sugar, but we don't really know what the hell that is, because it's just a broad stroke, natural, whatever the term is. So that's why Mayam Shabbat said, give me control of the nation's money, and I care not who makes the laws. Because if you control the money, you control the laws, you control the policies and the legislation that's being passed. You know, so all of this is being done systematically to bring forth this so-called New World Order. That's, you know, that was heavy how the Lord got the pestilence of these locusts and other insects, you know, as well as everything else that's going on today in society, just tearing this place down, you know. And, you know, these so-called international bankers are doing it because they're trying to bring something called ordo ab chaos, or order out of chaos, but they don't realize that the Most High got them in a trick bag, doing exactly what he wants them to do and pushing forth his agenda, because this is a part of the Lord's agenda. They want death in the streets. Well, that's a part of the Most High's agenda. He says he kills, he wounds, he makes alive. Shall there be evil in the city and the Lord hath not done it? They want mass starvation. The Lord said there will be famines and pestilence. You know, they want mass death out there, which I said already. They want these plagues and viruses and stuff to decimate the population, you know, and that's what the Lord wants, you know. So pretty much they're playing right into the Lord's hand on the left-hand side, because man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? So pretty much, you know, pretty much all the prophecies that are written in the book are systematically all coming together this year of 2020, which the Spirit had Elder Apostle Tar label the year of prophecy, you know. And we're already in the 6th month of this year. And from the beginning of this month, for the past almost 6 months, once this month is finished and we enter into July, it'll be 6 months. And the beginning of the 7th month, there's been none but prophecies popping up. They haven't stopped. You know, I went from the so-called coronavirus to everything else that was happening before that everybody forgot about at the beginning of the year. And then even the so-called COVID-19 that people were so nervous and scared about is pretty much in the background. You barely hear anything about it. Now they're starting, after the protests broke out for the last, what is it going on? 2 weeks, something like that. Now they're starting to, you know, you got this devil Fauci coming out there talking about, you know, how him and the news talking about how the cases of coronavirus are spiking, you know. And remember, they said that by the end of the year, they were going to have a vaccine ready, and they've had legislation in place to force people to take it and not have any type of exemption from taking these vaccines, you know. So things are going to get worse, you know, and we believe that this situation is not going to stop. You know, if it does stop, I guess they'll have their reasons for it, but you know, they pretty much have the world where they want it, right by the balls, you know. And you know, why stop now if you have the world by the balls and you have everything in place and your plans are moving right along like you've been trying to, you know, even though, like I said, we know on the left-hand side, the Lord is working. So why would they stop something that is playing right into their plans and making their plans move forward without them having to force it on people, you know? And before you know it, the people will be surrounded and entrenched and won't be able to get out of it, to where whoever tries to falter, so to speak, you know, will be cut out of the pie, so to speak, out of the system, and we'll have to either go underground or be put to death, you know, for resisting, you know, this so-called New World Order. So it's very interesting what's going on, you know, and how things are playing out. And pretty much they didn't pull any punches this year, man. The Lord had these devils just go and has them going full throttle, you know, to push everything that's going on right now. And, you know, it's a beautiful thing to see, you know, how everything is just playing out as the Spirit been having the prophets speaking about these things for years. there was a video, I believe Elder Apostle Gabar put up about the Roman soldiers. I can't remember the full title. And there was someone that put a post, a video on YouTube of sounds like an Edomite. I didn't see a picture of him, but it sounded like a voice of an Edomite. He's putting together a documentary. And in that documentary, towards the end of the documentary, he has a speaking on martial law and on the concentration camps and how people ridiculed us years ago for speaking about these things. And now nobody really has anything to say about it, you know? And this was when we were still on 34th and 7th, you know? So this is a while ago. So how much more now, you know, that we see things even moving at a far quicker exponential rate as we see the prophecies just tumbling in, you know? So yeah, it's very interesting, man. I believe that was the latest Dabu 7 video about the locust, which brother's been doing videos on the locust. But he's saying now that this is like the 4th generation and they're coming stronger. So they're not stopping. They're going from farm to farm and destroying these farms in a matter of just quickly. Put it to you like that, very quickly. They're destroying farms and the vegetation and the foods that would be used to send out to people to sustain them, you know, and feed them, you know. So what's going to happen? You know, we're just keeping our eyes for everything going on, seeing how it plays out. Eventually, you know, people work to make money so they can pay their bills and put food on their table, on their back. But if there's nothing there, then how can people work, and what are they going to be working for? You know, so this could lead to a straight up trucker strike when truckers refuse, you know, to go into different neighborhoods for whatever reason. You know, they're not getting paid or whatever the case is. You know, it could cause a chain reaction, and that's why they were messing with the food supply, because, you know, you could take clothes away from people, you could take certain things away from them, you know, shoes and jewelry, you know, hats and different things of that nature, certain comforts that they have. But once you take food away, that food with the hunger is the greatest motivator, you know, and that will really cause, you know, a serious effect, you know, on people when they can't eat, you know. And this is one of the main things that they'll be using, you know, to implement this mark of the beast, that if you want to eat, you're going to have to get with the program and take that chip. You know, you have this guy, General Yohana, talking about, it doesn't say eat, it says buy or sell. That guy is a complete and total sellout. That dude done sold out big time a long time ago. And them other members of the ISUPK, they better wake up to that madness, you know, otherwise they're going to be destroyed right along with them, you know. So a part of eating is buying and selling. And if you don't have, or if you're not a part of the infrastructure of these devils, you're not going to be able to buy or sell or eat or any of that unless you take that microchip. And those that take the microchip are going to be destroyed anyway. So it's a catch-22, you know, but somehow, some way, the Lord said he's going to step in and take care of his servants. So whatever the case is, however it goes down, you know, we're just waiting for the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai to see how it's going to play out. You know, we could come up with ideas and you know, brothers have vivid imaginations, but still in all, you know, the Most High is very unpredictable when he does things, you know, and he does that for a reason. There's a reason why he's called the Most High, you know. So it's very interesting to see how these things are going to play out. You know, I just, like I said, I just saw the video and it quickly put into mind, God damn it, quickly put into mind, these famines and these heavy times that are coming, So it's something to consider and think about, and keep our eyes open to the prophecies and the things that we see playing out around us, So pretty much, that's pretty much it on it. Just watch the video if you can. So I think it's the latest video that Dabu 7 made. You just get a chance, check that out. And we're gonna see how everything plays out. So with that, I pray that your brothers have been edified. And like I said, Salakia at the beginning, I had the camera facing down. Like I said, I'm at the park. I wasn't planning on doing any videos. So it was just impromptu, I was just going like a little walk. So it was like an impromptu. So Salakia for that. And your brothers have been edified. Till the next time I say, Shalom.